India is the fourth largest economy, but the per capita rank of India is around 126. And this shows that there's a big gap which needs to be addressed so India can become developed by 2047. So some areas that can be focused on is agriculture because around 50% of the population is employed in agriculture, but the contribution to GDP is less than 18%. It's very important that government focus on increasing income of farmers to for the development of the economy. Because if farmers' income will be increased, the demand in the economy will increase by itself, increasing the per capita income as well along with the economy. I completely agree with your point. I think one of the major sectors that India needs to focus on is medium and small enterprises because they comprise a large part of India's economy. So currently, MSME sector lacks the knowledge to export their goods. So government needs to add schemes as well as conduct training programs for these enterprises so that they can add value in Indian economy. In present, like in 2025, amidst all the economic tension, all the wars that have been happening, India has been able to have a stable economic growth and GDP as well. So I think in 2047, India would be more self-sufficient, would have better exports, and would be ahead in air automation. And as already seen in the budget, it has included a big semiconductor industry, and it is moving forward with the education as well. But it lacks in agriculture, which needs a very good push. So in 2047, I think that issue would also be very much solved. So apart from the agriculture side, I think that by 2047, India should more be relied on the green energy and not on the coal or the mineral aspect. And apart from that, I think there should be no foreign reliance on the major minerals and products that we import as a country, like textile products or minerals from China. Apart from that, I believe the literacy rate that is currently 77% should be increased to at least 97% by that time, giving better infrastructure for education and healthcare facilities as well. I think the future of India is quite bright in the coming times. As the demography is India is quite young, it is around 25 years, and as compared to other developing nations, they are quite old. So we have a young population which is more enthusiastic to building new things and coming up with new ideas. So I think there is a lot of new energy in our economy that can be harnessed in a better way for our development. And also, India has maintained a quite a neutral stance in its geopolitics, so the tension within the country has been quite low as compared to other countries. So, India is a safe haven, I would say, for the companies to invest in right now. So India, thank you. So India right now is the third largest economy, fourth largest economy. By 2047, I expect my country to go from a 5 trillion economy and quadruple itself for 20 trillion economy, and our economy should be in the top three economies in the world. I see India as a semiconductor manufacturing hub in the upcoming times, and I also see the development of data centers in our country in the next 20 years. Apart from that, I want that our exports should be more diversified to different countries, and our reliance on other countries for imports should go down drastically. For example, I would like to quote that India is still dependent on export of crude oil from Russia and import of for import of crude oil from countries like Russia and Iran. So ONGC is currently exploring a foundation of oil fields near Andaman. So I believe that if we are able to tap more resources and find more oil resources from different places in our country, I feel that India could be more self-reliant in terms of utilizing its capacity.
Adding to this point, I would like to say that India is overly reliant on Taiwan for its semiconductor needs. 90% of India's semiconductor chips come from Taiwan, and all the machinery and other important technologies use semiconductor chips. So, any disruption in supply chain can lead to critical effects to Indian economy, such as disruption in the Red Sea led to 14-day delay in the imports of crude oil. So the same situation can happen again, and India needs to protect itself from geopolitical disruptions.
India has already taken the first step, that is free trade agreement in European Union, which will lead to trade between 2 billion people in tech, healthcare, textiles, and manufacturing. So, but I still think that it is dependent on most of its things from for export. India has a very good human resource, which it needs to use very well, and the use of the India is capable, but it's not being used to its very best extent. So yeah. So India has proposed about 4 pillars to make India Viksit Bharat by 2047, and these 4 pillars are poor, the farmer, women, and the youth. So I think that government has built the pillars, but not major steps as we have seen the recent budget. There are no contributions or the allotment, very less allotment has been given to the farmers, the youth, and the women. So I believe that these 4 pillars have been proposed, but there must be some contributions in the budget, and other steps will be taken to strengthen these pillars. All the points are raised very well. But apart from all of this, I expect my country not dependent on Russia or other countries for their defense, and be totally prepared for any kind of war situation. As even now we have to depend or get a backup from Russia or US or any other organizations if a war case arises. So I expect that thing to be improved by 2047 and be self-reliant or an Atmanirbhar Bharat in case of defense and other security purposes as well. One thing I would like to add is that majority of the software we as a country have been using is of American or some other country. Like for example, Google or Gmail. These are not Indian products. What I envision about India is that we should create a startup culture, and by the end of 2047, we should have our own search engines, our own LLM models, and our own proxies for messaging services like WhatsApp. Like for example, Zoho is an Indian startup founded by Sridhar Bamboo. They have already created a proxy for WhatsApp named Aratai. I believe that there should be a large scale implementation, and by the end of 2047, we should have proxies for all the major softwares that we are currently using.
सम्यक और साहिल ये साहिल दोनों बोले ही नहीं क्या सम्यक ऐसा थोड़ा इससे कुछ नहीं होगा भाई व्हाट पॉइंट्स यू हैव
My first point is that India is planning to build an engine for their aircraft by introducing the foreign companies to build engines in India by with the help of DRDO and ISRO to have self-dependent and does not depend on others' nations, and they are also built high-speed transportation system so that uh, various raw materials are transported to one state to another as a raw material so that there would be no shortage for them.
गुड है बट पॉइंट ये है कि आपके भले आईएम में जीडी नहीं है ऐसे में आप यूज कर सकते हो कोई पॉइंट और कल को कॉलेज में किसी भी कमेटी में जाना है वो पहले इंटरव्यू लेगा पहले प्री प्रोसेस होगा सीवी मांगेगा फिर जीडी होगी फिर इंटरव्यू होगी फिर आप किसी कमेटी में जा पाओगे तो आप यहाँ जीडी को ये ना सोचो ना कि आपकी जीडी नहीं होनी तो आप पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करोगे यू शुड हैव पार्टिसिपेटेड एग्रेसिवली कितनी देर तक टाइम था शुरू में आपके पास टक टक करने के बाद कोई बोला ही नहीं तो यू हैड ए गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी नॉर्मल जीडी में तो इकट्ठे 4 बंदे बोलेंगे यहाँ तो सब लोग एक दूसरे को जानते हो, वहां तो कट थ्रोट कॉम्पिटिशन, यू इधर यू और मी, दे नो इट एवरीवन। तो 3-4 बार ट्राई करना था, एक बार सिर्फ ट्राई किया, वो गलती। दूसरा शुरू में ट्राई करना था, वो गलती। तीसरा सबसे अच्छा इनका लगा मुझे आकर्ष के पॉइंट्स की, पॉइंट क्या था, 2047। ही वेरी नाइसली विजुअलाइज, ही सेड व्हाट इट शुड बी। 80% डिस्कशन वाज टुडे एंड व्हाट वी शुड डू इन नेक्स्ट 1 year or 2 years। 26, 27, 28, कोई 28 से 47 पे गया अच्छे से कि कहाँ मैं क्या देखता हूँ, देश को क्या होगा, कहाँ हम होंगे, वहां से वापस आया वो इट वाज हिज पॉइंट्स। टॉपिक क्या था, वी शुड डू दिस, इंडिया शुड डू दिस दिस दिस, नहीं है। आपका आर्टिकुलेशन आपका भी बहुत अच्छा था, जो आपने 4 पिलर्स बोले। जैसे ही आप ऐसी कोई बात बोलते हो, पैनल के भी कान खड़े होते हैं, सब लोग सुनते हैं ध्यान से क्या कह रहा है, कौन से पिलर्स की बात कर रहा है, बड़े अच्छे से पॉइंट रख रहा है अपना। ये तरीका है पॉइंट रखने का, पॉइंट तरीका अच्छा था, बट पिलर्स आर पाथ, बट 47 से पीछे चलना इज बेस्ट। इंडिया 2047, सो आई विल से, जैसे उन्होंने कहा, आई वुड लाइक टू सी इंडिया ए टोटली डेवलप्ड कंट्री। पर कैपिटा इनकम किसी ने नहीं बात की, शुड हैव बीन टॉक। प्रेजेंट रैंक इज 113 और 119, वी शुड बी इन द टॉप 10 or top 20 economies in terms of per capita income, which can happen only through inclusive growth. Higher education should be free like Germany. बोलो कोई, विजुअलाइज करो, आज आपको आईएम में फीस ना देनी पड़े, कितना मजेदार काम है। जर्मनी में हायर एजुकेशन ट्यूशन फीस इज ऑलमोस्ट नील, गवर्नमेंट पेज। So I foresee that in India all higher education by 2047 will be free, no tuition fees involved. Anyone can go and study, no constraint of finances. No, India would be a superpower that people follow India like it used to follow America 10 years back. So India should become a superpower where people listen to India. India drives policies, India drives decision making, India influences, India has a positive influence on all the other countries in the world. That is your vision for the country.
So ये थोड़े over exaggerated points
तो फिर 47 कहाँ है? ये होगा, क्यों नहीं हो सकता? 21 years is too long a time. आज चाइना नो डाउट वो नेगेटिव लोगों को ज्यादा इन्फ्लुएंस कर रहा है, बट इट इज इन ए पावरफुल पोजीशन, इट इज इन एन इन्फ्लुएंशियल सिचुएशन। अदर देन यूरोपियन यूनियन, अदर देन डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्रीज, चाइना हैज ए स्ट्रॉन्ग इन्फ्लुएंस टुडे। तो कहाँ से स्टार्ट हुआ हमने देखा नहीं, चाइना 2001 में हमारे पास था, मैं तो उससे चल रहा हूँ, मैं तो 47, इसीलिए 20 years इज टू लॉन्ग फॉर अस टू डू एनीथिंग ग्रेट। ऑफ कोर्स 20 years कितना कुछ कर लेंगे हम, अगर 12% जीडीपी ग्रोथ हो तो। विजुअलाइज तो करो, इंडिया हैज ह्यूज सर्वेलेंस, इंडिया हैज फ्रेंडली रिलेशंस विद एवरीवन। करो, इमेजिन करना है पाकिस्तान, इंडिया इज हेल्पिंग अदर इकोनॉमीज इन ऑल वेज। Our healthcare system becomes so good that people from other countries, they come here for treatment. Even the general public, health, age 40,000 kids, no one dies of malnutrition. Nobody dies before due to preventable causes like diarrhea, etc. Figures use करो।
human security.
हाँ, women security, justice system, excellent policing, full freedom, full threatless living, happiness index, health index. India would be in the top 5 in these indexes. I see by 2047 will be in the top 5 in per capita income, in health index, in happiness index, in security index, etc. Tourism has so much to do. बात ही नहीं है, सिर्फ 3 मिनिस्ट्रियां काम करती हैं, वही प्रॉब्लम है ना। होम मिनिस्टर, एक्सटर्नल अफेयर मिनिस्टर, रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट, और चलो चौथा रेलवे, थोड़ा बहुत, सिर्फ 4 मिनिस्ट्रियां काम कर, बाकी सो रहे। टूरिज्म मिनिस्ट्री करे काम, कितना पोटेंशियल है। ठीक है, क्या जी गुरुजी, सिम्बोसियम वहां क्या बात करेगा राजा? आप लोग जब रोहित सर के साथ आते हो स्पोकन इंग्लिश के लिए, वो देते हैं टॉपिक, वहां तो बोलते हो कि वहां पे भी नहीं, अभी आए ही नहीं। कितनी लगाई है स्पोकन इंग्लिश की क्लासेस? है, उसकी नहीं लगाई, क्योंकि मैं तो बहुत अच्छा हूँ स्पोकन में, 10 क्लासें हो चुकी हैं और हमारा हालत क्या है वो दिख रही है। चलो, ऑल द बेस्ट।